your kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, more details emerge in regard to the broad daylight shooting in Belmopan that claimed the life of a mother and a child. Cops claim Elmer Kamez's pickup truck was carrying contraband goods. The life of 3 women are cut short during Women's Month. A call is made for deeper action. And we'll tell you how you can help end period poverty. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, March 13th, 2024.
The innovator in you with Dell. Cellular World is an authorized partner for Dell Technologies. Whether you're looking for equipment for personal use or to transform your business, Dell Technologies can provide you with the right equipment to suit your needs. Dell is more than just desktop computers and laptops. The full line also includes monitors, data storage solutions, keyboards, docking stations, and other accessories. This is technology that makes it possible and provides solutions for every situation. Shop for your Dell products at Cellular World, your #1 Dell authorized partner in Belize, and get all the technology you want for less. Bring your brightest ideas to life with intelligent technology. Cellular World, authorized Dell partner.
Introducing Max, the one to watch when you want the best content and an enhanced experience. Starting February 27th, if you have HBO, you'll have access to Max.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending, now me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The who they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't believe at the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real, for real. You don't really want to know?
Yes.
I want here.
Can't make it a big deal.
We
Sure.
know what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to know?
Yeah?
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan, and put it in a name.
Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Yeah. But hear this. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postpaid plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. With Smart Belize, it's unlimited data. Smart Choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart Showrooms today. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong.
One caller. You know why? Listen, hey, for the best post and prepaid. You know that smart catch, man.
My bad. She could left me for another man. The truth, once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when you bleed, cause that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I never left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post your plan have everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group. We got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Facetime FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. There was a horrific double murder reported in the capital city of Belmopan on Tuesday afternoon as a mother and her 8-year-old daughter were killed while 2 other young children were also injured. The incident played out at the Belmopan Market Square shortly after 3, while 44-year-old national of the Netherlands, Laura Fiorito, was at a local ice cream shop along with her husband, Salvatore Lopez, and their 3 children. While at the establishment, the family was approached by 59-year-old Robert Joseph, aka Bob, and his son, 22-year-old Daid Fritzner Joseph. Witnesses say both men exchanged some words with the couple before Robert suddenly unleashed a barrage of bullets on them. Laura reportedly attempted to run away from her attacker, but she was pursued and was fatally shot before the shooter turned his attention to her 3 children who were playing nearby. Joseph ran after the children, injuring all 3 of them. Salvatore Lopez escaped unharmed, while Laura and her 8-year-old baby girl, Megan, succumbed to injuries received. The other 2 children, ages 7 and 11, sustained non-fatal injuries. The horrific incident was witnessed by several residents who were in the market square going about their daily lives. The owner of the establishment where the incident occurred, Ronaldo Logan, witnessed as the incident played out and today recounted what transpired.
Yeah, yesterday I went to sit down and drink coffee in the evening like what I usually do. And the guy went to do the shooting, passed by me, and I hear him tell him, man, how the resort, sorry, the rooms, the hotel. He said, good. I said, yeah, and he just walked down. But the couple made sit down over there on the table. And, I then get up, shake hand, and sit down, regularly conversation. The guy asked me, no start bill yet. The people, man tell him, no, we don't start bill yet. Then they raise their voice and they give nobody no warning that they want to do something like that. After I heard a gunshot, then I realized that, I don't have nothing for me, so I gang and see what I can do. And then the guy, after he shoot, he can chase after the kids in the playground. And while we exchange words, I try to tell the guy, man, hold it down, you don't do foolishness, I mean, curse a lot. I tell him, you don't do fool, why you can do this at this establishment? I tell him, man, you really mess up my good business with me and my business partner to try keep open.
Then was there a point when you somehow got a hold of him?
Well, luckily enough, one time he made do a lot and I, back and forth with the guy, they cuss up and they try to get him to surrender if I am a police guy. Lucky enough, me in the area. And the police guy, I have to say thanks to the guy, the man done a real good job. The man walk up, the holla tell the man here, the police put down the gun, so the guy end up when I say he walk towards me again, then I run behind a building, and then the guy pretty much throw a firearm, and so the police come up, and then me and somebody else, my brother help apprehend the man,
Now, while this incident is one that the Belizean public is struggling to comprehend, the shooter, we understand, told police that the family was trying to poison him, which prompted the attack. The uncle of young Megan today spoke to the media and denied such a possibility.
The man is accusing the family of injuring him in some way, trying to poison him.
I cannot say anything on what type of relationship they have. If it's true or not, I could say anything I want to. Anybody can make up stories saying they could have poisoned them, but does that give him the right to kill someone or to kill innocent children because probably they ate something and he felt bad? That doesn't make any sense to me. What I've heard that the family, the deceased lady that passed away, they are foreigners, and they at one point were renting of his motels, and there is where they had started to have a good relationship with them.
The entire incident, according to witnesses, seemed to have been planned out by Joseph, who is of Haitian nationality and known to the victims.
The guy had to pass 6 video cameras, and from time to time I have to say the community policing the inconvenience, right? And that, like what I said, the officer never dead too far away when that may happen. Yeah. And I mean, I did tell you the story, or part of the story, but this thing happened in a second. I'm sure it didn't even take a whole minute, I'd say.
And how surprising was it for you as somebody, a Belmopanese resident, as somebody who's out here every day, that this type of violence happened in a usually quiet and tranquil place?
Well, like what I tell everybody, you know, my neighbor shrink up the Western Regional. I always use that, and I always brag that, you know, I don't come from Belmopan, Belmopan comes from me, this is my tongue, right? And it's sad that they use, you know, Belmopan for do stuff like this. I mean, it's just rough, and, like, I mean, people realize that it's not no longer licensed firearm killing people, unlicensed now, they're licensed, so we're not sure if that the people or the guns. It's more likely, I think, that the people, they kill people, because, like what I said, there are people, they argue. They never raise their voice, nothing, no warning, nothing.
The shooter, who has been living in Belize for many years and is a known businessman, is currently in police custody as investigations continue into this deadly incident. With clear witness evidence in the case, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams says he is confident in the investigation moving forward.
Police have interviewed a number of persons in respect of that matter, and we are trying to see how we can come up with a definitive motive. From what we have gathered so far from persons who were in the immediate area when the shooting happened is that the accused person arrived at the market, had a discussion with the family who he eventually targeted, where he was accusing them of attempting to poison him. We have also learned that the victims had rented a house, as the accused owns a Airbnb rental, and the victim had rented a house from him for a period of 6 months. They left that house, I think, in the month of January, and they moved to the Agua Viva area. So he was saying at the time that they rented from him that they were trying to poison him, and that is the reason why he had gone out there to target them yesterday. So we're still putting the pieces together. We have obtained a number of statements and have also obtained some video footages that is helping the investigation pretty good. So the accused, as you know, was immediately detained by the police, and the weapon used in that particular crime was also located by the police. And so we believe that we have a very good case going forward.
Laura Fioretti sustained one gunshot injury to the right chest area and one to the left upper rib cage, while Megan Petqua was shot to the left chest area, right rib area, and right lower back area. 11-year-old Sarah Lopez received a gunshot wound to the right arm, and the 7-year-old Tristan Lopez sustained an injury to the right hip. As we told you last night, Elmer Kemet, the father of 3 children, the youngest being 1-year-old, was shot at by custom officers who were carrying out an operation in the area of Santa Rosa, located along the Rio Hondo River, in the immediate outskirts of the village of Chanchen on Saturday, March 9th. Kemet was shot to the back and head after officers, fired at him as he allegedly swerved the truck he was driving into their path. Officers claim Kemet was carrying contraband goods. As Kemet remains admitted at the Hospital General de Chetumal in neighboring Mexico, the Belize Police Department is investigating his shooting. Contrary to what family member claims, cops say the vehicle Kemet was traveling in contained contraband goods.
Here on Saturday, 19th of March 2024, Corozal Police visited the hospital where they found Elmer Kemet with gunshot injuries to the head. Investigation revealed that Kemet was driving a Ford pickup vehicle in the Santa Rosa area of Corozal when he eluded police and tried to run down one of the officers who was doing a checkpoint. Thereafter, shots were fired and the vehicle came to a stop. Keme was observed with a gunshot injury. He was taken for treatment. And inside the vehicle, police found several items on custom goods.
The investigation remains open as the department seeks to find answers into this latest incident. Women's Month is observed annually in March. This year's theme is Inspire Inclusion, Count Her In. Sadly, 3 women have lost their lives in Belize at the commencement of Women's Month. On March 2nd, 2024, authorities discovered the lifeless body of Brianne Kyle inside her home in Libertad Village, Corozal. Kyle was reportedly murdered at the hands of her common-law husband, Jaquan Smith, who later committed suicide. Then, on March 9th, 2024, another tragic murder, suicide, and case of femicide gripped the nation when Belize City Administrator Stephanie Linda Garbott and her husband Wallace Garbott were found dead inside their home. The People's United Party's United Women's Group, UWG, issued a statement expressing condolences on Stephanie's death. We are confronted with the brutal reality of femicide as we mourn the tragic loss of Stephanie Linda Garbott, a pillar of our community, and the Belize City Council's city administrator. Stephanie's life was cruelly taken in a senseless act of violence, allegedly by her husband, Oswald Wallace Garbott, who then ended his own life. Their child now faces the unimaginable grief of losing both parents. It's not just a statistic, it's a heartbreaking loss of life, leaving families shattered and communities in mourning, the UWG stated. And as mentioned, the Belmopan community is also shaken by a heinous mass shooting that occurred on Tuesday. As previously stated, just around 3:30 p.m., a lone gunman targeted a family who were having ice cream at the market. The suspect, a man of Nigerian descent, attacked them with a 9mm gun. The suspect chased down the mother and fatally shot her. He then chased down the children and opened fire, killing one of them. The suspect then reportedly turned himself in. At the commencement of Women's Month, this is a dark and brutal time for women in Belize. Corporal Anibal Mena died at 44 years after he was involved in a road traffic accident. He was riding on a motorcycle when he slammed into a pickup truck. Mena sustained massive head and body injuries. He was taken to the KHMH but died 9 days later. The accused, Santiago Victorin, 56 years of age, told police that he was driving towards Chanchen village when the incident happened. According to Victorin, he heard a loud bang and he came out of his vehicle, and that is when he saw Mena lying on the road bleeding. The incident happened 4 years ago and the case is still in court. We spoke to the wife of the deceased, who is still devastated about the incident.
Pues ahorita se está haciendo las últimas investigaciones porque el martes tendremos el Supreme Court y pues ahorita estamos reviviendo todo lo que ya pasamos con mis hijos y es duro, y con este accidente también de lo que le hicieron a mi primo, todo es no sé cómo explicarlo.
En relación al señor Mena, ¿qué es lo que le han dicho? ¿Qué es lo que usted espera que va a ser el resultado en el Supreme Court?
Pues hasta ahorita no sabemos nada, pues nada, porque yo no tuve ayuda de nada, solo lo de que él vino del Police Department. Yo solita estoy sacando adelante mis 4 hijos.
¿Usted ha tenido conversación otra vez con el departamento policial acerca de Mr. Mena?
Sí, en estos 2 días, porque se va a hacer el Supreme Court el martes, entonces ellos vinieron, están investigando todo y hicieron interview a mi hijo, porque él es el único que estuvo con él en la hora del accidente.
¿Qué él dice que ha pasado durante el accidente? Su hijo.
Pues mi hijo, él está destrozado y él estuvo 1 año bajo de psicólogo.
¿Se acuerda del accidente?
Sí se acuerda, perfecto se acuerda.
¿Qué es lo que él dice que pasó?
Él dice que ellos vinieron aquí a mi casa y su papá les dijo que ya días no veía a su abuelo, entonces él se fue a Chanchen y andaba buscando una aldea de Chanchen a su abuelo y no lo encontraban, entonces su papá les dijo, hijo, mejor vámonos de regreso a la casa. Y al regresar venían ellos, su papá enfrente y él venía atrás porque como él es menor de edad, su papá le dio permiso que use la moto de su tío. Entonces, al llegar acá a la aldea de Pachacán, un vehículo del Mr. Victorine se atravesó en el camino y su papá quiso evitarlo y no pudo.
¿Y Mr. Victorine ha respondido a la familia?
No. Para nada.
¿Qué es lo que usted quiere ver como resultado?
Pues yo solo quiero que se haga justicia porque le arrebataron la vida de mi esposo. Me dejaron con mis 4 hijos y yo los estoy sacando adelante. Todos están estudiando. Y lo que yo consigo del gobierno, su pensión no es suficiente porque la vida está caro.
En el duro caso de que usted vaya a perder el caso, ¿va a hacer un appeal?
No, que Dios, en sus manos de Dios está todo.
The case was adjourned tomorrow, Thursday, March 14, 2024, in Belize City. Coming up next, 64-year-old convicted of 2 counts of incest. Stay tuned.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Smith, and I'm here to introduce OneLink Mobile. OneLink Mobile is not just an app, it's a future way of payments in Belize. It's easy, it's fast, you can download it right now. Guys, if you don't believe me, let me pass you on to the lovely Miss Gomez, who can tell you a little bit more about the app.
Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. At Heritage Bank, our vision is to become the premier financial institution with cutting-edge technology that simplifies the financial life of our customers. The inception of OneLink Mobile aligns perfectly with this vision. We're excited about this strategic partnership because OneLink Mobile ensures each transaction is safe and private. Our joint efforts will put a powerful user-friendly financial tool in the hands of the public. We feel that OneLink Mobile makes banking convenient like never before. By linking your debit or credit card, you can make payments to merchants and other OneLink users anywhere. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez, for those great insights about OneLink Mobile. Now I want to pass you on to Mrs. Sydney, who's an entrepreneur that's been using the OneLink Mobile.
Good day, everyone. My name is Sidney Perifit. I'm a licensed tour guide and also a construction consultant, among other things. And I want to tell you about OneLink Mobile. It is going to be a cash app that is going to revolutionize the way we make payments here in Belize. You can receive payments from abroad with just a click. So no longer do you have to wait for deposits. When you're booking tours, clients can pay you from their home. Also, in every other aspect, locally, you can make payments to each other face-to-face from the comfort of your own home. No longer do you have to transact with cash, worry about money wiring, etc. All of this is going to be in the palm of your hand. OneLink is going to revolutionize the way we do payments here. All right? Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sidney. Guys, if you don't have OneLink Mobile, get it right now, guys. It's free. You can download it right now. It's going to change the way how you pay in Belize. It's the future of Belize, guys.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
A 64-year-old man has been convicted of 2 counts of incest and 2 counts of unlawful sexual assault of his niece, then 13, in 2019 and 2020. High Court Justice Candice Nanton convicted the accused following testimony from the teenager that he had had sexual intercourse with her twice in April of 2019 and further assaulted her in September and October of 2020 by inappropriately touching her private area. He had no legal representation while Crown Counsel Reese Cattouse prosecuted. The accused, brother to the victim's mother, testified from the witness stand in his defense. He denied the allegation and claimed that it was her father who was molesting and having sex with her, then told her afterward to blame it on her uncle if they were ever caught. The court did not buy that story, accepting the Crown's evidence, including the unshakable testimony of the now 16-year-old girl. She had testified during the trial that her uncle would come to her while she was sleeping on the floor of the house, touch her, wake her, and then order her to come to him in his room, which was located behind the house. Her uncle would then give her money and chocolate, said the girl, after each incident. During her testimony, she told the court that she did not report the matter until a year after the first encounter because she was afraid, not because she was trying to protect her father, as the accused claimed. The victim said she came forward after her uncle blamed her father for something he did, while the accused claimed he confronted his sister, the child's mother, about what he claimed happened between her and her father, but he wasn't believed. He further claimed to have been attacked by his 2 nephews after being charged. They attacked him with a pint bottle and broke several teeth. The convict's sentencing is to occur at a date yet to be announced, as Judge Nanton has ordered a psychiatric report, a social inquiry report, a victim impact assessment, and report of the now convict's antecedent history. The Stevedores, the government of Belize, and the port of Belize is tonight at odds. This comes on the heels of the Stevedores not unloading ships last week. Why? Well, the Stevedores want GOB to pay out the more than $1 million of relief promised to them. However, all processes must be followed before that disbursement takes place, and the Stevedores are not too happy about it. Today, Deputy Prime Minister Cordell Hyde gave the media an update on where negotiations are so far.
That's our roots. That's where we came from. And I always try to remind our people that listen, that's unionism is the root of the BOP. That's where we were born. We ran our first few general elections in consort, in coalition with the General Workers Union. Like, we can't forget where we came from. It's easy to get caught up, especially when you're in power. You get caught up, you get carried away, and people swell your head and all that kind of stuff. But you must remember that this thing, it ebbs and flows. And we may be at a high point right now, but power ebbs. You know, you won't always be at a high point. You won't always be at the peak. You come down. The point is that I hear a lot of talk about what the stevedores are making, right? Like what the stevedores are making. No, this is hard work. This is dangerous work. This is work that nobody else wants to go do. All the people who are criticizing don't want to go do that work. Will not go and do that work. Will not send their children to go do that work, right? So let's say the stevedores are making $30,000 a year. Man, that's what was bequeathed to them from their grandparents and their parents. That's a proud tradition. That's Southside legacy. That's black pride. That's a beautiful thing. That's Belizean pride. It's the same pride that the family on the north side has, whose grandparents or great-grandparents bequeathed them land or bequeathed them some store, and they have all this wealth that they have hardly worked for, but they have this wealth, and somehow they are elevated and they are respected and they are treated accordingly in society. But we don't want to treat these young men, these folks who have gotten this, this was bequeathed to them by their grandparents, and all the sacrifice that they made, and all the hard work that they've done, and all the risk that they take. But we want to watch their pennies, and we want to criticize them, and we want to be aggressive with them. Now, as I said, both sides have to compromise. The stevedores have to understand that we're in a different time. You know, there's a port down south, there's a road called the Coastal Plains, I believe. You reach down south pretty quickly. You know, that's an ongoing risk. That's a risk to the viability of the port. So there has to be a give and take. You know, you may not be able to get all the things you want, but you never get all the things you want in a negotiations. You have to understand that. And then we have to sit around the table and engage. This is not Ashcraft running this thing anymore. This is the people of Belize who owns it. And we have to sit and have that consciousness that the stevedores, the government, the management, everybody's working for the people of Belize. And let's put what is in best interest of the people of Belize at the forefront.
But will cooler heads prevail? With GOP on one corner and the stevedores on the other, it is difficult to tell what will come next.
I don't live my life to look for what other people do, you know, or where they go on with other things. I feel like in this particular moment, there's been multiple discussions. There were meetings 2 weeks ago, and we had an agreement. Of course, as I said, things were lost in translation, and then we got caught up with elections, and then post-elections and budget and all that kind of stuff. Monday is right here. We should find a way to work it out by Monday. And I always try to remind our people that, listen, that's unionism is the root of the BOP. That's where we were born. We ran our first few general elections in consort, in coalition with the General Workers Union. Like, we can't forget where we came from. It's easy to get caught up, especially when you're in power. You get caught up, you get carried away, and people swell your head and all that kind of stuff. But you must remember that this thing, it ebbs and flows. And we may be at a high point right now, but power ebbs. You know, you won't always be at a high point. You won't always be at the peak. You come down. The point is that I hear a lot of talk about what the stevedores are making, right? Like what the stevedores are making. No, this is hard work. This is dangerous work. This is work that nobody else wants to go do. All the people who are criticizing don't want to go do that work. Will not go and do that work. Will not send their children to go do that work, right? So let's say the stevedores are making $30,000 a year. Man, that's what was bequeathed to them from their grandparents and their parents. That's a proud tradition. That's Southside legacy. That's black pride. That's a beautiful thing. That's Belizean pride. It's the same pride that the family on the north side has, whose grandparents or great-grandparents bequeathed them land or bequeathed them some store, and they have all this wealth that they have hardly worked for, but they have this wealth, and somehow they are elevated and they are respected and they are treated accordingly in society. But we don't want to treat these young men, these folks who have gotten this, this was bequeathed to them by their grandparents, and all the sacrifice that they made, and all the hard work that they've done, and all the risk that they take. But we want to watch their pennies, and we want to criticize them, and we want to be aggressive with them. Now, as I said, both sides have to compromise. The stevedores have to understand that we're in a different time. You know, there's a port down south, there's a road called the Coastal Plains, I believe. You reach down south pretty quickly. You know, that's an ongoing risk.
CTV3 News will keep following this story as it unfolds in the following weeks ahead. The month of March is dedicated annually to women across the world. Women's Month is being celebrated here in Belize this year under the theme Inspire Inclusion, Counter In, which serves as a call to action for Belizeans to recognize and ensure that women are included and given a space in all aspects of our society. Throughout the month, organizations across the country are organizing activities to help promote equality and equity. Here in Orange Walk, the youth-led NGO Youths for You Foundation has joined in the call for women equity with the launch of their Big Sister Sanitary Pads Drive. The initiative seeks to bridge the gap created for young girls who struggle with period poverty. And if you are like many of us in Belize, this is probably the first time hearing the phrase period poverty. President of You for You Foundation, Deviani Leiva, however, says this issue is very much real for many young girls in our community.
We received news of how period poverty is currently affecting young girls worldwide, and we want to emphasize of how it is affecting our young girls in Orange Walk. But let's speak more about the team. So me being the little sister in my household, I had the privilege of having the older sisters, big sisters, who were the ones who helped me when I started different periods in my life, and especially when it came to when I started my menstruation. So they were helpful in explaining to me that it is normal, this is what every woman goes through, and they explained how it works, what to use, what not to do, and it made me feel, it was disheartening to know that not everyone has that support. And this is why I wanted the community to come together and be big sisters for the young girls who do not have that support at home. And this is where we gathered different woman-owned businesses to be big sisters and help these young girls, and this is what created our Big Sister Sanitary Drives campaign. So with this drive, not only do we want to gather menstruation products to give to young girls in our town, but we also want to raise awareness of what period poverty is. So period poverty refers to the lack of access to menstrual products, proper sanitary facilities, and menstrual education, often due to financial constraints. So it is a pressing issue that affects millions of girls and women worldwide. But in our drive, we want to specifically elaborate on how it affects the young girls in Orange Walk.
Breaking the taboo surrounding menstrual cycles and the struggles some women face, according to Leiva, is key.
These young girls have been affected this way by something that they have no control over. It is our biological system. We cannot stop it. We cannot do anything to prevent it. We must embrace it and speak about it in order for us to dismantle these taboos that is around it. As you mentioned, it is not something that is openly communicated in our society, and this is what contributes to period poverty, with them not having the access to the proper products, to the proper sanitation facilities, and not having the education that they need to know how to properly assess themselves when they go into menstruation and when they are in this cycle.
The Big Sister Sanitary Pads Drive is looking to collect these sanitary products from the entire Orange Walk community, which will then be distributed to primary schools across the town.
In our Sanitary Pads Drive, as much as we would like to help everyone, we cannot help everyone, so we are focusing on the schools in Orange Walk Town. So the pads that are being collected currently through our drive will be equally distributed to each primary school here in Orange Walk. From there, we are contacting the primary schools. We are getting sanitary pads holders, which will be installed in each bathroom. Each holder can hold 25 pads. So from there, we have remove that barrier of them having, the young girls having that one-on-one contact with someone. As you may know, we may feel embarrassed to go get these products. So it's going to be easily accessible for them in the bathrooms, and our products will be there in their schools, and they would just have to take it whenever they would need. And we have drop-off locations all over Orange Walk. We are eternally grateful for women-owned businesses who have accepted the role of being big sisters, and they have generously offered their business locations as drop-off points, making it more convenient for community members to go out and donate to our cause. So the first, the businesses that are participating in our drive is Mix and Match Decor, Makeup by Eileen K. Sosa, Ruby's Quality Clothing, Walks Baby Beauty Studio, Marie's Natural Blend, The Beauty Room by Shansbeer Canton, Beauty and the Bag, Top Tier Things, and The Golden File. These businesses are located all over Orange Walk.
Okay.
So if you are interested in donating and not sure where these persons are located, you can still contact us, and then you tell us your location, and we will help you know which one is the nearest.
While the Big Sister Sanitary Pads Drive will only be open through the month of March, Leiva says the hope is to have these products available for our young girls all year round.
We're currently working on a more efficient strategy, whereby this is to create the buzz to start the initiative and raise awareness, but we're also working with other bigger businesses and organizations for them to supply yearly supplies to the schools. That way it's more long-term and more efficient. That way they could still, the young girl could still have it there throughout the year, not just for this month.
Okay.
If you would like to be part of the Big Sister Sanitary Pads Drive, you can make your donations to any of the drop-off locations previously mentioned. Closing date for drop-offs is at the end of March. On March 6th, the Belizean eligible to vote spoke loud and clear and decided that most of the municipalities, with the exception of San Ignacio, Santa Elena, would be ruled by members of the People's United Party. Winning 8 of 9 municipalities marks a huge win for the PUP. In Corozal, Rigo Vellos and his team was elected for the third time to run Town Hall. We asked Area Rep of Corozal Southwest, Ramiro Ramirez, for his thoughts on the massive victory.
Well, my friend, you mentioned it. People's United Party. So that's teamwork. All of us work together. We work to achieve the winning, and we won, right? And that's I give thanks to all the people of Corozal that gave us the opportunity again to continue serving the people. Have you already gone to Corozal and saw the big improvement on the roads? And let us go back a little bit. When Hugo Pat was the deputy in Corozal, right? Mayor Rigo Vellos was the mayor. We never get a help. We did not get no help. People were complaining about the roads, but the UDP with Hugo Pat, senior member, DPM, never helped the town council. As soon as we won, my ministry is the local government ministry. We start to, even though the COVID hit us, even though the economy was really bad because of the UDP, we managed to throw a couple dollars and they start to work. And we never did it only for Corozal. We did it for the entire country because the PM give us that instruction. You guys have to work with all Belizeans. And we did. And we did, thanks God. Things are moving. The economy is in the rebounds. So they are getting more things. And you can testify on that. You can go to Corozal, check the roads, pave. Now, we cannot forget the sugarcane farmers. We have to fix the sugar roads. And of course, this budget that is going to be approved, the debate will be in 2 weeks. And the 1st of April, we have a new budget. And remember what the PM said. Escuela Mexico is going to get first farm and second farm, free education. St. Viator in Chunosh will get, again, free. 12 high schools will get free education from first farm to second farm. And of course, we're going to continue doing until we reach to the point. But thanks to the Bolido, don't forget the Bolido, who was taking those millions before. Now the Belizean people are benefiting on that Bolido money. And that is the Plan Belize. Thank you to the Prime Minister. Thank you to all my colleagues that were working together, right? And that's why we won the municipalities.
And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, March 14th here on CTV3 and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3BelizeNews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.